It's Tuesday, November 18th.
Neige pour, 170, 170. Neige contre, 168, 168.
Je déclare la motion adoptée.
Prime Minister Mark Carney's government hangs on as Carney's first budget narrowly passes in the House of Commons.
City staff are looking at making Mooney's Bay safer for sledding, but doing so would come with a steep price tag.
We've been able to help folks redirect to resources that will help them.
In 1 year of Anchor, we get an update on how the non-police emergency response is helping people in our community. Your Morning Ottawa starts right now.
Good morning. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edden.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And if you're feeling a little bit cool throughout the last couple of days, we are going to take you back to somewhere that's warm, beachy, filled with water coming up in the show.
I remember it well. That's right. Talking about the Bahamas, and we're also talking about your chance to win a trip for two.
Incredible.
And that is coming up. The code word's coming up in just a little while.
Yes,
I love it.
You have to stay tuned for that. We'll get right to our news headlines this morning. The Ottawa Police Homicide Unit says one person is in custody after an incident in the West End. Police say emergency crews were called to Penny Drive yesterday evening, which is near the Carling and Britannia area. When first responders arrived at the scene, they found someone with life-threatening injuries. That person was rushed to hospital, but did not survive. The victim's name has not been released, as the family is still being notified. Canadians will be heading into a holiday election. The budget has been adopted, though the confidence vote was a narrow one.
Neige pour, 170, 170. Neige contre, 168, 168.
Je déclare la motion adoptée.
Green Party leader Elizabeth May was the only opposition member to support the budget. 4 other opposition MPs abstained, 2 New Liberals and 2 Conservatives.
The promise of big returns has turned into a big loss for an Ottawa couple. They say they lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in what they now believe to be investment fraud. It started last March when Adnan Siddiqui and his wife say they put more than $300,000, a second mortgage, on their Ottawa home into what they believed was a safe investment. A Toronto-based company called HYWI Capital, introduced by people they trusted. The contract promised a 2% monthly return and their money back after 1 year. But Siddiqui says they saw 2 months' worth of payments and then nothing. CTV News has learned of at least 5 others with similar stories, including 2 named in an ongoing civil lawsuit with a combined $1.5 million in losses. But those involved say that total could be much higher.
It's our children that we worry more about. This was our way of kind of trying to make their lives a little better. Make it a little easier when they get out of university and go on with their new lives. But that's not going to happen, and that just breaks my heart.
Mark Cummings, the man Siddiqui's dealt with, says he is no longer involved with HYWI Capital and denies all allegations in an email. The Ontario Securities Commission would not say if it's investigating, but confirms neither the company nor Mark Cummings are registered to deal in securities in Ontario.
In an unexpected reversal, U.S. President Donald Trump is now urging fellow Republicans to support the release of more Epstein files in a vote expected in Congress today.
They can do whatever they want. We'll give them everything. Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it. But don't talk about it too much, because honestly, I don't want to take it away from us. It's really a Democrat problem. The Democrats were Epstein's friends, all of them. And it's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax.
Trump has posted that he has nothing to hide after he previously opposed efforts to make the documents public. Ontario Provincial Police have identified the man killed in a mid-airplane crash in eastern Ontario over the weekend. Two small planes collided near Martintown on Saturday. One of the planes landed safely, but the other crashed into a wooded area. The pilot was found dead at the scene. He has been identified as a 28-year-old man from Ile-Bizard, east of Montreal. His name, though, has not been released.
Major changes could be coming to a so-called problem intersection in the South End. Drivers say the intersection at Bank and Leitrim has been a problem for a while, with not enough dedicated turn lanes as well as an S-curve on the west side of the intersection. The area councillor says there are plans to widen the lanes in all four directions, with turn lanes, islands, and corners all added for safety.
The intersection is a critical piece and is long overdue. It is a rural cross-section of road, and this is very much an urban part of the city. So we want to bring this intersection that was conceived in the 20th century into the 21st century.
The councillor says he wants the project to start in 2027 after the widening of Bank Street in the nearby area is complete. There is no price tag for the project yet. A new nonprofit childcare center is opening in the capital to help meet growing demand.
1, 2, 3.
So cute. The YMCA National Capital Region is opening a new 39-spot childcare center with room for 15 toddlers and 24 preschoolers at the Rideau Community Hub. The YMCA says the site will help address the shortage of spaces in the capital. Applications are available on the YMCA website.
And it was a life-changing moment for one Eastern Ontario family. Shelley Eckford won $2.4 million in Sunday's Catch the Ace draw, and her husband shares how he heard the news.
I was driving on the highway and Shelley phoned me, and she's like so excited and couldn't hardly breathe or talk. And then I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I just won $2.4 million. I was like, you're joking me.
Shelley had been playing on and off for 3 years and in all spent just about $50.
Oh, I'd say that's a good trade-off. She says there are plans for a family trip, some home renos, and future support for her 15-year-old daughter.
Oh, incredible. Imagine getting that phone call. That'd be amazing.
I feel like you just, even if it was like your husband or wife or partner or friend, like I just feel like it would be really tough to believe it. Like you're just messing with me or with the scams these days.
Yeah, show me the money.
Yeah, exactly.
I always imagine too when you see it and you're like, wait, is this correct? Am I seeing these numbers right? Like you must be in a bit of shock at first. And I can understand why she wasn't able to quite get through the message through at first.
For sure. And then what a great way to spend it. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have a little bit of everything in the 7-day forecast, that's for sure. Some cold weather, a little bit of snow, and even some sunshine and milder temps. Right now, we are sitting at -1 to start off your day, with the wind chill does feel closer to -7 this morning. So we're seeing those cold start to your morning, cold overnight lows, but not too bad into the afternoon. You can see -1 throughout most of the region to start off your morning. Inner skies this morning, cloudy skies to start off your day. Slim chance that some areas could see a few scattered flurries. Very, very slim chance. We're just seeing a few little white spots here on our forecast model. So some areas could see some very, very light scattered flurries. It won't stick to the roads or anything. So just some scattered flurries to start off your morning till about 9 o'clock. Then it will clear up. Cloudy skies, though, similar today to yesterday, mainly cloudy skies, but still some sunshine into the afternoon. And tomorrow is the really sunny day we have on the way. 2 degrees into your afternoon today. So it's not a lot of sunshine on the way for us today, mainly cloudy, but we will still get to see some sunny breaks in between the cloud coverage into your afternoon. 2 degrees for today, similar temperatures across the region, Kemptville, Brockville, Cornwall, 3 for Kingston, Trenton area. Getting to see that sunshine, same out in the valley, sitting at 1 for your high for today, as well as in Kittigat-Dimmy, Mont-Tremblant, daytime high today of -1. So over the next 7 days, we're really going to see a mixture of everything. 2 degrees for today and tomorrow, but sunny skies tomorrow. We will get to see a lot of sunshine towards the middle of the work week. A little bit cloudier, but milder for Thursday and through Friday. Friday, we're expecting a few scattered showers in the forecast for us, but the weekend at this point is looking cool, so temps still below seasonal, but at least we're going to get to see lots of sunshine on the way. On your drive in this morning, smooth sailing. However, the 401 is closed in both directions from Lancaster to Line Road 5 in Bainville due to a police investigation. So avoid that area and plan for an alternate route this morning.
Hello there, Adam Scully here inside the TSN Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Monday. And for it, we go to Toronto. Hornets and the Raptors. Brandon Ingram takes it to the rim and throws down the massive jam on Ryan Kalkbrenner, the 7-footer that couldn't do anything to stop Ingram on that play. Puts him on a poster. He had a game high 27, highlighted by that monster dunk. And it is your must-see moment from Monday. And tonight on TSN, international friendly, Canada taking on Venezuela. Pre-game begins at 7:30 Eastern. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
Coming up, responding to mental health without police.
We've been able to help folks redirect to resources that will help them.
We get an update from the team tasked with taking a different approach to some crisis situations. That's just ahead. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. You are watching Your Morning Ottawa on your Tuesday.
CTV Ottawa is your home for local news.
Katie Griffin, CTV News in the Byward Market.
Centertown.
Canada.
Stittsville. Bringing you local stories that matter the most to you.
Kimberly Fowler in Westboro.
Orleans. Barhaven.
From every corner of the community.
In the Glebe.
Manotick.
Merrickville.
Brockville. From the team you trust, we are CTV News Ottawa.
Live, local, breaking news. CTV News Ottawa.
Hey.
CTV and TSN 1200 want you to be the Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week. Your team could win $1,000 for new equipment, tournament fees, or an incredible team party.
Shoot us a quick video uploaded at ctvottawa.ca. Whether it's hockey, ringette, choir, band, or any team in between. Each week, the winning team will join us live in studio at CTV Ottawa at 6 to claim their prize.
Enter today for your chance to be Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week.
Country 94, Ottawa's country music station. Pure access to the biggest stars and the hottest songs. After all the bars are closed. Download the free iHeartRadio app to listen to Pure Country everywhere.
Welcome back. Here are the big stories we're following today on Your Morning Ottawa. The Ottawa Police Homicide Unit says one person is in custody after an incident in the West End. Canadians will not be heading into a holiday election as the budget has been adopted. And a new nonprofit childcare center is opening in the capital to help meet growing demand.
And as we take a peek outside for your Tuesday, still not a lot of sunshine expected and a little cool this morning, but we do climb slightly above the freezing mark all the way up to that nice warm 2 degrees this afternoon. A little sunshine will be arriving later this week, but below seasonal temperatures will be in the forecast through the day. And as we take a look at your roads at this hour, no collisions to report at this time as we cruise up just beyond 6:15. If anything changes throughout the morning, we'll be sure to let you know. We are learning more about the impact of a non-police response team for people experiencing a mental health crisis in our community. Just 1 year after launching in Centertown, the Anchor program is already expanding. CTV's Katie Griffin tells us more.
When calls will come in from CNEO, they'll appear here.
From this office, coordinated outreach.
Anchor is a non-police crisis response for individuals that are experiencing mental health and substance use-related events.
1 year after the launch of the Alternate Neighborhood Crisis Response Project, a mobile service running 24/7 in Centertown, tangible results.
The impact of Anchor has been, in some ways, beyond our expectations, but in other ways, we knew this was exactly what the community needed, and I think that's borne out in the data.
The pilot project is designed for Centertown residents to reach out to the community-led response team instead of police by calling 211. Since August 2024, Anchor has received more than 4,400 calls. 92% of them did not involve police.
They want this program as much as anyone. You know, we get calls from police in the field who will say, we got to a call and we realized right away this wasn't a crime, but this person needs help. And now they have a resource that's dedicated, that's fast.
We are helping individuals and dealing with situations that we ourselves have been through and know how best to support our individuals and people who we take care of.
Crisis response workers like Betty Nantomboy connect people they help with services they need.
People have called us angels. We meet people where they are at, and we are able to, offer support with trauma-informed and culture-sensitive approaches.
The pilot project now expanding.
We're going a bit further west here from Preston to Island Park.
And adding a post-crisis worker to the team. Katie Griffin, CTV News.
Some new data from the city of Ottawa suggests photo radar cameras caught fewer speeders this year before Ontario's government shut down speed cameras on roads across the province last week. Why don't we bring in Bill Carroll from the Morning Rush on News Talk 580 CFRA to hear what he has to say about this. Good morning to you, Bill.
Good morning. Well, I hated those cameras, so I'm not weeping that they're all gone, that's for sure. If you've been worried, though, that it's going to be less safe out on the roads, I think you should take some comfort in this. I've been breaking down the stats a little bit, and the number of tickets has gone down, which means the number of people speeding in these community safety zones has gone down. And the government, the provincial government, has now said they have to come down. The red light cameras are still in place, but these photo radar cameras are gone. You'll still see them sitting there. They haven't figured out what to do with them yet. But maybe if you're looking for some security cameras around your house, maybe you can get a deal from the city. So the number of people speeding dropped. It's somewhere around 10%. I want you to think about the money and the effort that we put into these speed traps to reduce the number of people speeding by 10%, to make the roads that little bit safer. You see, the bar is low now. The Ford government says it will provide funding for more traffic signals, flashing lights to warn people that are in a community zone, traffic calming measures, all of those things, speed bumps in some areas. Sometimes you can put in plant potters. You can put in those signs that go in the middle of the road that make it so narrow you feel you have to drive very slowly. But a lot of people are saying, yeah, but that's not as effective as cameras. Well, really? In a year, the number of people caught speeding is only down 10%? Rosie, I don't know about you, but I don't think that's a significant drop. If these cameras really worked, we'd be talking about a much bigger drop than that. I would say if it only dropped by 50%, I'd still be disappointed. So they have not been a huge success.
Okay.
I'm not going to miss them. I don't think they change much about safety on the roads. I think they just give permission from people who can afford it to drive as fast as they want, because there are no real consequences, no demerit points, no loss of license. So the proof is in the numbers.
Okay, I want to see a study in the next couple of years to see how the calming measures affect people's driving habits as opposed to the speed cameras. But as a pedestrian...
Fair enough, but now we know the bar is low, right?
There you go,
success.
10% there. But as a pedestrian, I got one word for all you speedsters out there. Slow down. That's 2 words. There you go.
We need to reduce those words by 50%.
Okay, will do. Thank you, Bill.
Have a good day.
Remember, you can listen to The Morning Rush with Bill Carroll on News Talk 580 CFRA weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m.
And coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, well, the holiday shopping season is well underway. And we want to know, have you started yours yet? Are you like me and my family, where it's kind of creeping all year round? But now the deals are there and the Christmas spirit is alive. Let us know, Your Morning Ottawa at ctv.ca. We're going to take a peek outside through our Skycam that is located on George Street. Not a lot of snow left on the ground over the last couple of weeks, but could there be more on the way? Melissa will let us know coming up in the full forecast. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Look at this mob. The good toys are probably all gone.
Oh, Santa's got a little trick up his sleeve. Attention shoppers, Register 9 is now open for your shopping convenience. Sorry, these are for display only. This has been recalled. Ooh, Bart would like this. We're out of these.
Out, but I just...
Register 9 is now closed.
Today we are taking your comments on holiday shopping. Have you started yet? Let us know. Your Morning Ottawa at ctv.ca. That's a great clip.
That is. Okay, so Will, you alluded to the fact that you and your family kind of do a little Christmas shopping throughout the year, right? Am I right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So always kind of got our eyes on certain elements throughout the year. And then my mother spends a lot of time at our family cottage.
Yes.
And she goes to Westport, and there's all these little cute kind of stores and, you know, supporting local areas. And each and every year I can kind of see because she tries to hide. Oh, don't go in there. Or like, don't go in here. So she's the queen of the best gifts. They're like, I always go, where did you find this? How did you even get this? So me and my mother share that kind of Christmas spirit.
Your mother, who's also your twin.
Exactly, yeah. I'm in a yellow, but I'm actually a Beatty.
Okay.
My mom's maiden name. And I think her and her sisters are all together watching right now. So, hello, flock of Beatties.
Oh, that's so cute. Hello, good morning.
What about you guys?
I love that. I also started early. I tend to start, I would say, September. I just like to get a good deal, and a lot of times I buy my kids things if I see it, and then I think, you know, I'm going to save this for Christmas. So even their things like their hats, their mitts, their snowsuits, I buy those things well ahead of time. Otherwise, you can't get the sizes and you can't find them, and they just sell out. So I tend to stock up on those things a little bit early, but Santa Claus, it's up to him now. He has the rest to add to his list.
There you go. And I started early as well. Can I just make a confession?
Yes.
I bought myself something.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I just bought some really toasty warm socks, and they're Christmas socks, and they're super warm, but they're not the kind that you can wear, you know, with your outfit, but they're the kind that you wear at home. And I was like, that's it. That's Christmas. Let it begin. So I bought myself a gift. But don't worry. Everybody else in the family, we got you covered.
Well, you know, you already have my full support, regardless of where you're wearing those Christmas socks.
There you go. All right, we're going to be hearing from you later in the show. We are asking, have you started your Christmas shopping yet? Send us your comments at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca.
And coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, instead of shopping for your loved one, why not win them a trip to the Bahamas? We've got your chance to win coming up. Stay tuned for your code word. Plus, Rosie explores the history of the islands of Bahamas. Can't wait for that.
Welcome and good morning. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
We were just talking about, for our comments that we're asking our viewers to give their input on, if you've done your holiday shopping yet. And I forgot to say one thing. As much as I do prepare throughout the year, I'm also the opposite side where it's really hard for me to hold on to gift because I get too excited to give it to the person.
And then you give it to them
early for something else.
Then you have to get something else before Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys share that, but like it's just like sometimes I just can't wait because I'm too excited.
And then are you that person last minute shopper as well then?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, like the day before Christmas, you're like running through the stores.
Yeah, and then
That
it might
is
not
so
be
much
as
fun.
good because that gift was the main one.
There you go. That's a question we're asking. You know, have you started your Christmas shopping yet? Let us know. But first off, getting to today's top stories.
Yeah, we do have an update to a story I brought you earlier. The Ottawa Police Homicide Unit says one person is in custody after a stabbing in the West End. Police say emergency crews were called to Penny Drive yesterday evening, which is near the Carling and Britannia area. When first responders arrived at the scene, they found a man with life-threatening injuries. That person was rushed to hospital but did not survive. The victim's name has not been released as the family is still being notified. Prime Minister Mark Carney and his minority Liberal government have survived the budget vote just barely.
Yeas pour 170, 170. Nays contre 168, 163.
Je déclare la motion adoptée.
In a crucial final confidence vote, the budget passed by a margin of 170 to 168. Green Party leader Elizabeth May ended up supporting the Liberals. 2 NDP and 2 Conservative MPs abstained, which lowered the bar the Liberals needed to clear.
This is not about us. This is about Canadians.
And the vast, vast, vast majority of Canadians want us to try to make this Parliament work.
For now, I want to make sure that Canada is committed to achieving our Paris targets.
The budget includes what the government calls generational investments amidst the trade war with the U.S. It also comes with deep cuts to the federal public service.
One infamous hill in Ottawa has been home to the home of tragedy, and a new report shows city staff are looking to make Mooney's Bay a safe sledding destination.
There is an expense. I know that's an issue for some people, but when you look at the thousands of people who have used this hill in the past, we are promoting Mooney's Bay Park as an outdoor facility, 12-month a year. We're going to rebuild the pavilion there as a four-season center.
The hill was officially closed to sledding back in 2017 due to safety concerns, but some kept on using it. That was until a girl died in a tragic accident in December of 2021. Since then, fencing was put up every winter to stop people from sliding down the hill.
It's sad, but I understand what happened a couple of years ago. So anything to make it a safer, enjoyable experience for families would be beneficial.
There is no money proposed in the 2026 city budget, but staff say estimates for construction will be presented in a future budget. It is expected to cost the city about $3.1 million. Canada's inflation rate cooled slightly in October, dropping to 2.2% from 2.4% in September. Statistics Canada says cheaper fuel and grocery prices led to the decline. Meanwhile, Canadians saw higher prices for cellular services and home and auto insurance. The Bank of Canada has cited stable inflation as one of the reasons it may not cut interest rates in December.
The Swedish royal family will arrive in Canada this morning for a rare 3-day state visit. King Carl XVI Gustaf and Queen Sylvia will spend their time in Ottawa and Montreal. It's their first trip to Canada since 2006. Sweden's industry and defense ministers will be a part of the visiting delegation, which is expected to focus on trade and defense. The high-profile visit comes as Swedish defense firm Saab considers whether it should start assembling its Gripen fighter jets in Canada. The Swedish royal court says Canada and Sweden will launch a strategic partnership during the visit. Fewer snowboards say that they will head south this winter, with many looking to spend their winter overseas instead. An online poll from Snowbird Advisor shows a 15% drop in the number of Canadians planning to head stateside. Meanwhile, the number of residents planning to travel to Mexico, Spain, or another warm destination has nearly doubled.
Major changes could be coming to a so-called problem intersection in the South End. Drivers say the intersection at Bank and Leitrim has been a problem for a while, with not enough dedicated turn lanes as well as an S-curve on the west side of the intersection. The area councillor says there are plans to widen the lanes in all 4 directions, with turn lanes, islands, and corners all added for safety.
The intersection is a critical piece and is long overdue. It is a rural cross-section of road, and this is very much an urban part of the city. So we want to bring this intersection that was conceived in the 20th century into the 21st century.
The councillor says he wants the project to start in 2027 after the widening of Bank Street in the area nearby is complete. There is no price tag for the project yet.
A fast track to the future was on display in Abu Dhabi over the weekend, where driverless cars raced for the championship.
In a dramatic 20-lap Grande final, the Technical University of Munich secured the title, reaching speeds of 250 kilometers per hour against 5 other AI-powered cars, including 2 that didn't finish.
Another event pitted former Formula One driver Daniel Kvyat against an AI race car. The AI vehicle was given a 10-second head start and just pulled out the win in a 10-lap race, just like barely, even though it got a 10-second head start. So humans are still right there.
Which is a large head start in the racing world, too. 10 seconds is hefty. Like, we're talking about milliseconds here with some wins. So good ground to make up for humans. Good job.
Yeah, exactly.
Incredible. Our forecast today, not so bad, but it's going to be a little bit warmer as we head towards the end of the work week. So still dealing with cooler temperatures, especially this morning. It feels closer to -7 this hour. Could still see some flurries this morning, cloudy into the afternoon. And we do have a little bit more sunshine on the way this week than we did see last week. Temps right now, -1, but again, that wind chill feels closer to -7. The valley not registering quite yet, -3 for Kingston, Trenton, so slightly colder to the south of us to start off your day. It is a little bit cloudy. You can see the gray on our satellite radar. Could still see some flurries, just a very slim chance, about a 30% chance of seeing some scattered flurries this morning. For the most part, it will remain cloudy into our day today. Clouds clearing up into the overnight and pure sunshine on the way for tomorrow. So tomorrow's the very sunny day. Today it will be mainly cloudy, but still a few sunny breaks. So we could see those flurries, but nothing that will stick to the road, so won't make driving conditions slippery at all. As we head to the drive home, just cloudy conditions and nothing to report obstructing our drive. A high of 2 degrees today, so still a little bit below norm. Normal's around 5 degrees, so we will be well below that today and throughout most of the work week, unfortunately. Cloudier skies for Kemptville, Cornwall sitting at 2, 0 for Bancroft. Out in the valley, 1 degree is your high into your afternoon, 2 as well over in Gatineau. So over the next couple of days, a little mixture of everything, but temperatures realistically below seasonal throughout the next 7 days. Tomorrow's high is also 2, but lots of sunshine on the way for Wednesday. A little bit cloudier Thursday and through Friday. Friday's our warmer day with a high of 4 degrees. Could be even a little bit warmer into the afternoon. Chance of scattered showers. The weekend will be cool, but at least we're going to get to see some sunshine.
Weather brought to you by Manotick Place Retirement Community, a community you can call home.
And on your drive in, nothing to report. Traffic is still looking pretty decent this hour. We are seeing smooth sailing both east to west.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers, 1-800-JUSTICE.
And coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, more fallout from the Jeffrey Epstein documents revealed last week. CTV's Scott Hurst joins us next to break down the latest information. We'll take a peek outside, though, and no sunshine as of yet. We still might have to wait a couple of days before we see it, but we could see bits and pieces this afternoon. Below seasonal temperatures continue through another day. We'll warm you up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Here are the big stories happening today on Your Morning Ottawa. The Ottawa Police Homicide Unit says one person is in custody after a stabbing in the West End. Canadians will not be heading into a holiday election as the budget has been adopted. And major changes could be coming to a so-called problem intersection in the South End.
A cold start to your morning. Temperatures right now feeling closer to -7 this hour. A high of only 2 degrees today. Cloudy skies throughout the afternoon. A little bit of sunshine on the way late this afternoon. Tomorrow, mix of sun and cloud. A high of 2. Cloudier as we head into Thursday with a high of 3. On your roads this hour, traffic is still looking pretty decent. No major collisions or delays so far on your drive-in.
The U.S. House is set to vote on a bill today to force the Justice Department to release the case files that it has collected on Jeffrey Epstein, along with any information about the investigation into his death in federal prison. CTV News correspondent Scott Hurst joins us this morning. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Will.
And it's really great to have you here because this has been a whirlwind, I think you can call it up to this point, with so much going back and forth. And a lot of this has to do with yesterday. President Donald Trump shockingly reversed course over the weekend, saying House Republicans should vote to release the files. So what's the latest that you can share with us?
Yeah, good morning, Will. So as you mentioned, a whirlwind and also really months of pressure building on Republicans and the White House to release the files related to late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, and now a vote in the House of Representatives today. They're expected to begin to take up the matter later this morning with a vote possibly as early as this afternoon. The measure, which just last week secured enough bipartisan support to reach this point, and then, as you mentioned, Trump reversing course, saying he's ultimately seeing his support from Republican lawmakers shifting on this issue, who themselves are under significant pressure. He reversed course and is now urging Republican lawmakers to support the bill. The vote now all but certain to succeed in the House of Representatives. Here's more from the U.S. president.
They can do whatever they want. We'll give them everything. Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it. But don't talk about it too much because, honestly, I don't want to take it away from us. It's really a Democrat problem. The Democrats were Epstein's friends, all of them. And it's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax.
So there's the U.S. president once again, even though he says he supports the release of the files, once again calling this a Democrat hoax. Now, the timeline is still uncertain here. The bill would then need to go before the Senate for a vote as well, which Republicans also control, and it's unclear whether the Republican-led Senate would take up the matter. Then it would need to go to the desk of the U.S. president in order for his signature, which he says he would sign it. But also Trump, even at this moment, with his signature will, does have the authority to compel the Justice Department to release the files.
Yeah, shocking that he did that kind of reverse mental statement towards the public. And you talk about that bill. What more can you tell us that the House will be voting on, and what is expected to be released if it actually does pass?
So technically, the measure is called the Epstein Files Transparency Act, and it would compel Attorney General Pam Bondi to release the investigative files on late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, which would detail his connections to the rich and powerful, as he had established significant and an enormous network of wealthy and influential connections. Now, if I can read part of the summary of the bill, it says this includes materials related to his associate Ghislaine Maxwell, flight logs and travel records, and individuals named or referenced, including government officials, in connection with the investigation and prosecution of Jeffrey Epstein. Now, also late last week, U.S. President Donald Trump, as we heard him say, it's still a Democrat hoax, has directed the Attorney General Pam Bondi to investigate Epstein's ties to prominent Democrats as well. So, Will, throughout the morning and in the afternoon, we will be following closely the vote in the House of Representatives.
A lot to unpack here, Scott. Appreciate your time on the guidance of all this.
Thanks, Will.
The holiday shopping season is well underway, so we asked you this morning, have you started yours yet? And here's what some of you had to say.
Sylvia says, I start in September and like to be finished by December 1st to avoid the rush and chaos. I am completely finished now, and all the gifts are already wrapped and under the tree.
Wow. That is organized. We have Frank, who says, I have started, but like every year, I won't be able to buy anything for a few of my 8 grandchildren.
Whoa, yeah, that's
I'm
a lot.
in a receipt of last resort financial assistance, disability benefits, and it just isn't enough.
Yeah, but your time with your grandkids, if you could spend it with them, that'll be enough. That'll be amazing if you can do that. Elaine says, I will not be doing any Christmas shopping here. I will do it in Oahu. On that note, I would like to take this opportunity to say goodbye to everyone. I will be moving to Hawaii permanently near Christmas.
Wow.
My family to follow. Elaine, hey, safe travels and enjoy.
Elaine just dropping some breaking news on our show.
Wow.
And can we join you?
I know you want to catch those waves. And
so badly.
When you say family, does it include us?
Yeah, there you go.
We're with you each and every day, Elaine.
That is amazing. Hey, thanks so much for your response. We can keep that conversation going. Have you started your Christmas shopping yet? Let us know. Send us your comments, Your Morning Ottawa at CTV.ca.
Coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, the Met Gala theme has been revealed for spring 2026. We'll tell you what it is when we take a look at Your Morning Fix coming up next. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street this morning. Still a dark start to your day and cold, feeling like -7 to start off your Tuesday. Time now for your morning fix, and SpaceX has carried an ocean mapping satellite into orbit.
Ignition and liftoff of Falcon 9. Go SpaceX, go Sentinel 6B.
The Falcon 9 craft lifted off from California's Vandenberg Space Force Base on Monday. On board, a Sentinel 6B satellite that will help measure sea levels around the world. It is part of the European Union's Earth observing program. The 3,100-pound satellite was deployed close to an hour after launch at an altitude of 821 miles.
I mean, like every time
Fascinating,
we
right?
have this and we talk about these stories, we're just going, what? Like,
Right?
How is this possible?
I know.
So high up there when you think about that. Wow, that altitude.
And like,
Incredible.
what's next? That's always what, like, what are they going to do next? Pardon me. Well, the Met Gala theme for 2026 has been revealed. It will spotlight fashion across art history. Fashion's biggest night will focus on the history of the Costume Institute at the famed Metropolitan Art Museum. It will pair garments with objects from the museum to show how fashion has long been intertwined with the different art forms. The 2026 Met Gala is May 4th, and costume art opens to the public at the museum at May 10th.
Oh, let the fashion ideas begin.
I saw you.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. No.
We're both losing our voice today.
Excuse me, everybody.
Don't mind us over here.
I saw your reaction as soon as you said, "Oh, it's been released." You went, "Ooh!" Like you like first everybody. Oh
I was
yeah.
like, oh my
Getting
goodness,
excited
I do.
about it.
Yeah, I know it's all the way in May, but
Yeah.
it's such a fantastic event, and
It
as
is.
well, it raises funds for a great cause too.
And I love to see how everybody interprets
Yes.
what the theme is differently, right? And you have so many different ideas, and the fashion is just out of this world. And it's always cool as well to see who was invited and who didn't get on the guest list this year.
That's
you know,
right. There's some drama that goes with it.
always a little tea there. So. And well, they're kicking off Christmas season in a unique way in Nova Scotia.
Thank you for waking me up.
Is Woody. The talking Christmas tree. Now wide awake, large crowds, including Santa Claus, gathered in Dartmouth this weekend to sing and help wake up Woody to mark the occasion to start the Christmas season. So Woody is now awake and small.
I'm just like your both honest opinions just on that shot alone.
My gosh.
It's a little creepy to me.
Yeah. Woody opened his eyes and was ready to greet all the guests. Look at that.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I was just mesmerized by this.
The tree?
Yeah. I think like some young kids be horrified.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That was my
I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. As soon as it opens its eyes, some young kids will be like, ah.
That's a bit too much for me. And then they're in your bed at night because they got scared by the tree.
You might have to ease them into Woody there.
Yeah.
Like just kind of go, okay, before I turn you around,
Yeah.
you're going to see a big face.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's all good.
And the eyes are closed and you got to wake Woody up.
That's a little scary.
I mean,
for some.
Woody will
For
give
some.
me nightmares. I feel like, I was
my
like,
gosh.
I'm glad you said that because I was like, this is like a little creepy, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly. All right, coming up in the next hour, the Jamaican High Commissioner to Canada joins the show to tell us more about the relief efforts still underway after Hurricane Melissa struck the island nation. We introduce you to the team behind an incredible documentary about a scientific discovery and a brain injury that changed everything. Plus, a new book that aims to help frontline workers reclaim strength and balance as they deal with the stressors of their jobs. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. A little cloud there, and looks like the sky's starting to lighten up. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. We'll be right back.
CTV Ottawa is your home for local news.
Katie Griffin, CTV News in the Byward Market.
Centertown.
Canada.
Stittsville. Bringing you local stories that matter the most to you.
Kimberly Fowler in Westboro.
Orleans. Barhaven.
From every corner of the community.
In the Glebe.
Manotick.
Merrickville.
Brockville. From the team you trust, we are CTV News Ottawa.
Live, local, breaking news. CTV News Ottawa.
Okay.
It's Tuesday, November 18th.
Neige pour 170, 170. Neige compte 168, 163.
Je déclare la motion adoptée.
Prime Minister Mark Carney's government hangs on as Carney's first budget narrowly passes in the House of Commons.
It's sad, but I understand what happened a couple years ago. So anything to make it a safer, enjoyable experience for families would be beneficial.
City staff are looking at making Mooney's Bay safer for sledding, but doing so would come with a steep price tag.
And I explore the history of the Bahamas as my tour of the islands continues. Plus, stay tuned for your daily code word for your chance to win a trip of your own. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edden.
I'm Willie Yellow.
And I'm Melissa Lamb. And so exciting that we get to see a little bit of the history of Bahamas. I can't wait for that because it's been so magical and your journey just looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it was beautiful. The
Mesmerizing.
people were absolutely amazing, and learning about the history and culture. Got a little bit of that for you coming up in just a short while.
Not to mention for our viewers a chance to go there themselves, which is so amazing. We will have a daily code word coming up as well.
Right.
All right to our news headlines. The Ottawa Police Homicide Unit says one person is in custody after a stabbing in the West End. Police say emergency crews were called to Penny Drive yesterday evening, which is near the Carling and Britannia area. When first responders arrived at the scene, they found a man with life-threatening injuries. That person was rushed to hospital but did not survive. The victim's name has not been released as the family is still being notified. Canadians will not be heading into a holiday election. The budget has been adopted, though the confidence vote was a narrow one.
Nays pour, 170, 170. Nays contre, 168, 163.
Je déclare la motion adoptée.
Green Party leader Elizabeth May was the only opposition member to support the budget. 4 other opposition MPs abstained, 2 New Liberals and 2 Conservatives.
The promise of big returns has turned into a big loss for an Ottawa couple. They say they lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in what they now believe to be investment fraud. It started last March when Adnan Siddiqui and his wife say they put more than $300,000, a second mortgage on their Ottawa home, into what they believed was a safe investment. A Toronto-based company called HYWI Capital, introduced by people they trusted. The contract promised a 2% monthly return and their money back after 1 year. But Siddiqui says they saw 2 months' worth of payments and then nothing. CTV News has learned of at least 5 others with similar stories, including 2 named in an ongoing civil lawsuit with a combined $1.5 million in losses. But those involved say that total could be much higher.
It's our children that we worry more about. This was our way of kind of trying to make their lives a little better. Make it a little easier when they get out of university and go on with their new lives. But that's not going to happen, and that just breaks my heart.
Mark Cummings, the man Siddiqui's dealt with, says he is no longer involved with HYWI Capital and denies all allegations in an email. The Ontario Securities Commission would not say if it's investigating, but confirms neither the company nor Mark Cummings are registered to deal in securities in Ontario.
In an unexpected reversal, U.S. President Donald Trump is now urging fellow Republicans to support the release of more Epstein files in a vote expected in Congress today.
They can do whatever they want. We'll give them everything. Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it. But don't talk about it too much because, honestly, I don't want to take it away from us. It's really a Democrat problem. The Democrats were Epstein's friends, all of them. And it's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax.
Trump has posted that he has nothing to hide after he previously opposed efforts to make those documents public.
A new nonprofit child care center is opening in the capital to help meet growing demand.
1, 2, 3.
The YMCA National Capital Region is opening a new 39-spot child care center with room for 15 toddlers and 24 preschoolers at the Rideau Community Hub. The YMCA says this site will help address the shortage of spaces in the capital. Applications are available on the YMCA website.
It's parade day for the Rough Riders and their fans.
The team got the party started yesterday, and I'm sure for some it's still going. When they came home officially with the Grey Cup, and the party keeps going today with a parade through Regina.
The team will travel along the Green Mile before reaching the provincial legislature. Fans are being told to come early, expect a big crowd, and dress for the weather. A lot of warm hearts, though,
Yeah.
no doubt about that. 2025
And
Grey Cup chance.
one of the most successful franchises in all of sports. They're in like the top 5 all the time when they look at like merchandise and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I know probably the whole city is going to turn out, and then some more of Saskatchewan will come for them.
That's
so
good. It's been a minute, right? Like 12 years.
2013. Yeah, you know, and I think Ottawa Red Black fans a little bit like little bitter because the last time we went to the Grey Cup was 2018 when we were led by Trevor Harris, who just went with Sask.
Got it. Got it.
Kind of like, could that have been us?
Could it have been us? But nice to have, obviously, the deserving fans that are so passionate about their team have a win because, you know, they're all feeling good right now.
No doubt.
Absolutely. And we do have your weather picture for today that we do want to share with you. So these are some donkeys out enjoying a frosty morning. This was sent to us from Glenn. A frosty morning before the freezing rain. Thank you, Glenn, for sending that in.
Weather picture brought to you by Box Me Up. Moving, staging, renovating, just box me up.
And of course, we want to see your weather pictures as well, and you can see it right here on the show. All you have to do, send us an email, weathershots@ctv.ca. Again, that email address is weathershots@ctv.ca. Still a little bit of a cold start to your morning. Temps doesn't look so bad, -1, but it does feel like -7 with that wind chill, and cool across the region to start off your Tuesday. -2 for Brockville, -3 down in Kingston this hour, as well as in Trenton out in the valley sitting at -2 to start off your morning. So it's a little bit cloudy out there. Still a slim chance of these scattered flurries until about 9-10 o'clock. Then it will clear up. Still remaining cloudy into your day ahead, but a little bit of sunshine on the way for us on this Tuesday. But tomorrow, the real sunny day. You could see hardly any clouds in sight as we look in our forecast models for tomorrow. Lots of sunshine on the way as we head into Wednesday. So finally a day we're going to get to see some sun because we've seen so many cloudy days over the last couple of weeks. So even though it'll be cooler tomorrow, it's still nice to welcome that sunshine back into our lives. 2 degrees is your high for this afternoon. Same within Kemptville, Cornwall, Brockville. 3 for Trenton, Kingston today. 1 is your daytime high out in the valley, getting to see some sunshine. A bit colder, Mont-Tremblant sitting at -1 this afternoon. So for kids waiting for the bus, -1 is where temps sit this morning. Again, slim chance of those scattered flurries for the most part. Cloudy skies. We'll see a little bit of sunshine. Feeling closer to -7, so still a morning you need to dress warmly as it is a little chilly out there. 2 is also the high for tomorrow. It will gradually warm up as we head towards the end of the work week, with Friday being our warmest day with a high of 4. Still a little bit below the norm, but that's okay. We'll take it since it's been much colder over the last couple of weeks. Scattered showers for Friday. The weekend looking nice and sunny. Temperatures hovering around 2 degrees.
7-day weather forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business.
Smooth sailing so far out there on the 417. However, the 401 is closed in both directions from Lancaster to Line Road 5 in Bainville due to a police investigation. Avoid that area and plan for alternative routes this morning.
Weeks after Hurricane Melissa blew through Jamaica, a massive relief effort continues. 3 weeks after the storm, thousands are still homeless and dozens have been killed, with many more still missing. Joining me now is Her Excellency Marcia Court-Loban. She is the High Commissioner of Jamaica to Canada. It is an honor to have you on the show today. Thank you so much for coming on.
Good morning, Rosie. It is a pleasure being with you.
Yes.
It's unfortunate the circumstances, but I am happy to be here and to share with your listeners. Thank
I'm
you.
happy that you can make the time. Can you please share with us the relief efforts so far, 3 weeks after Hurricane Melissa devastated the island nation of Jamaica?
All right. First and foremost, I want to give thanks. Give thanks to Canadians and to the global community that has rallied behind Jamaica. Again, Jamaica has a special place in most people's heart. And immediately after the hurricane hit Jamaica, we had overwhelming support from Canada, from the US, from across the globe. And that has assisted us in the relief efforts. You're talking about over 400 to 600,000 persons being impacted, infrastructure being totally demolished or significantly damaged, persons' homes, their retirement spaces, their commercial businesses. You have the farmers, the fisher folks, the hoteliers, areas, right across all specters of the economy, totally devastated, livestock completely gone. The Prime Minister, the initial figure was looking at about $7 billion, or 30% of our annual GDP being impacted by this one incident, and that figure is now rising. So there you're hearing about $10 billion US, $1 million US. So again, when you speak about the devastation, this is something that is going to take forever. We had several communities that were marooned in. We could not have access to citizens. You're talking about mothers, children, elderly, the sick and the indigent. And so, again, we are grateful for the response from the global community that has assisted us to airdropping food initially. We've been able to clear several of the roads and the highways, and just since the weekend we were able to reach to some of those last communities that we weren't able to reach before.
How can people watching, how can they help? Can they donate money? Can they donate items? And where?
Okay. You have the Jamaican government has a platform. It is supportjamaica.gov.jm. That's supportjamaica.gov.jm. If you go on that platform, it will give you information. It will also have a link for you to donate directly to the government. In Canada here, you have the Red Cross. You also have Food for the Poor Canada, which has an affiliation to Food for the Poor in Jamaica. There's also Helping Hands Jamaica Foundation. And then in areas like Toronto or in each province, there is the Jamaican Canadian associations that are also putting out relief efforts and are collecting donations. The High Commission has a drop-off box at our location for persons who would want to give in-kind goods, because again, you have persons, the babies, the mothers, so the formula, the cots, the blankets, those are things that are still needed. And it's going to be a long recovery road, Rosie. It's going to take a very long time. So again, persons have asked, is there a cutoff? We're collecting as long as we can.
As long as you
so
can.
that we can give it.
Because the devastation is so extensive. I also understand that there are no more flights going directly to the airports in Jamaica. Is that right?
No,
is there?
No, we have cleared that. So
tell me about
I'm happy. Within 24 hours of the hurricane hitting, we were able to have Kingston. So the devastation is mainly on the western, on the western part. So the Kingston, the Norman Manley International Airport was open.
Not
the
Negril,
Sangster Airport was open like 3 days after. They were able to clear that. And again, that speaks to the resilience of Jamaicans.
I know we don't have time left, but I'm just wondering, can folks fly in there if they want to patronize like the tourism community?
They can. The tourism industry is opening back.
It is opening up slowly but surely.
And all the airports are open. So commercial flights have started. Air Canada has been going in. WestJet, Air Transat, they're all in already, and they were in from like 2 days after.
This is really good to know. Very good to know. And now, you know, if you're watching, you can go to our website if you want to find out where it is that you can donate. It'll all be on our website, and you also cited some more website. I really want to thank you, Your Excellency, High Commissioner of Jamaica to Canada, Marcia Kaur Loban, for coming on, taking the time, and we know that Jamaica will recover. It'll just take time.
It will, and we're looking forward to receiving you for whether tourism or if you want to volunteer in Jamaica. We do have the services where persons have called and said, I want to go down for my vacation. You are more than welcome to come and help us.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your time.
Rosie.
Thank you so much. Will, over to you.
Well, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, Canada is participating in the first ever World Hepatitis Testing Week. Dr. Curtis Cooper joins us to explain why this Awareness Week is so important. Our guest is standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. Nice and cozy in there. It's like a party in that room. All nice and comfortable, thanks to, of course, our friends at Lazy Boy. We're going to take a peek outside now at our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, and a little bit of light poking through. We will see some sunshine, hopefully, this afternoon as we climb up to a daytime high of 2, but feeling cool out there right now. It's 7:15 on your Tuesday.
In her latest book, Duty to Self, a first responder's handbook for building resilience, Julia Dharmalong offers accessible strategies for resilience, boundary setting, and nervous system regulation. Please welcome her to the show right now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Congratulations on your brand new book. Can you tell us a little bit about what's inside?
So there are tips, practical tips that will help anyone in a high stress or trauma exposed profession, but also anybody dealing with today's challenges in the society. So help to regulate that nervous system, stop that cortisol release cycle that we have, and then help what we call the bar of resilience. So imagine you have a cup and it's filled with like your stresses of your personal life, stresses of your job, then all of a sudden something is going to overflow.
Right.
So we call that point, that bar of resilience. So what can we do to raise it? So we have a few takeaways in there as well.
Wonderful.
That I'm happy to share.
Yeah, sure. Please give us the takeaways you want people to take from the book.
So the first one is, I always ask people, do you wake up with your alarm that goes beep, beep, beep on your phone or an alarm clock? So what you've done is when you're asleep, you're in these very beautiful brain waves. They're the delta. And then just before that, there's the theta. But we're always in our day-to-day in these high beta, alpha brainwaves. So what you've done is you've shocked your system from these beautiful slow ones into these really fast-moving brainwaves. And even if you ask like a medical professional, what is, like when do you always have, when do they all come in with heart attacks? It's in the morning. So you're releasing this cortisol into your system. You're starting your day with cortisol. So the best thing you can do, we all have phones, find that really beautiful piece of music and have it slowly raise in the volume. So that's takeaway number one. Change how you wake up in the morning. Don't start in that stress. Takeaway number two is we become chest breathers as adults. But our natural way to breathe is for the belly to expand, and then recede when we exhale. Watch a baby. A baby, you see the belly go up and down. So I always teach people to refocus and inhale by extending the belly and exhale. So that's takeaway number two. Become a belly breather so that you're drawing that oxygen into the bottom of your pear-shaped lungs, absorbing more of that oxygen. So building on that, takeaway number three is whenever you take a longer exhalation, you're telling the nervous system that everything is okay. You're moving from that fight, flight, or freeze that we live in into that parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest. So I always suggest inhale for your count of 4, exhale for your count of 6 or 8. Simple things that you can do that interrupts that cortisol release cycle, helps build your resilience. So you can do the breath work waiting for your coffee in the morning, whether you're in line or at home, in line at the grocery store, or in traffic even. Nobody's going to notice that you're breathing with that belly. So how to incorporate.
Tell us about your book signing that's happening tomorrow.
So tomorrow on Prince of Wales, I'm meeting with other authors and in an event space, and we're there to sign the book. So if you've purchased the book, bring it, we'll sign it. You can also have some books, we'll have some books available there, but it's available on Amazon right now as well.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us
my
today
pleasure.
and breaking down your brand new book, and congratulations to you as well.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Will, over to you.
Well, Canada will be participating in the World Hepatitis Testing Week. Dr. Curtis Cooper is here to join us and tell us a little bit more about that. Good morning to you.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I think it's so wonderful for Canada to be involved in this. But first, before we get there, I want to have a little description about exactly what is hepatitis B.
Sure. Hepatitis B is an infection. It gets into your liver, and over time, over many years, it can put a person at risk for developing liver cancer and put them at risk for developing liver failure. So it can cause a lot of negative consequences. The good news is that nobody anywhere has to have hepatitis B if they get vaccinated. So I think the first important thing to know is that everybody in Canada should be vaccinated for hepatitis B if they have not already been. We've had vaccinations for decades now, and we're at about 90%. But obviously we want to get it up to 100. Okay, and the best time to get it is a birth dose vaccine, or if failing that, very early on when your kid is a toddler. We wouldn't have to have any hepatitis B if everybody got vaccinated in Canada and globally.
Wow, so when you look at those numbers, I mean, that's a dramatic difference from what we can do and what we can avoid. And I think a big point about this, too, is testing. And now we're having a whole week focused on that. How important is that to have that so people can get tested and avoid hepatitis B?
So in Canada, there's about 240,000 people living with hepatitis B. About 60% of them have been diagnosed. So that means 40% are out there. They have it. They're at risk. But they need to be diagnosed. So everybody should be tested for hepatitis B at least once in their life. Then if you have it, you can get engaged in care and treatment that you can benefit from.
I think it's so great you're here because recent statistics are showing that people aren't really aware of some of these staggering numbers about the virus and how it can be avoided. So what steps do we need to take forward to make sure that we can increase that number with people being aware of the vaccines and how they can alleviate some of that?
Well, shows like this, bringing it to the people, letting them know that these infections that can affect your liver, both hepatitis B and hepatitis C, you can be infected without any symptoms for years and years until your liver gets to a point where it's too sick to keep on going. So it's sort of a silent killer. So people need to know about it. You ask your health care professionals to be screened for it, and our health care professionals need to keep this top of mind and check for it in every patient that they see. So if we screened everybody, then we'd know who has it, then we'd get them engaged in care. The good thing about hepatitis B, even if you have it, is there are medications that can suppress it and protect you from liver cancer and protect you from developing liver failure.
Well, it's so amazing, right? I think like you said it, it's great having you here to talk about this, just to have people aware so we can get that 90% up to, as close to 100% as we can. Dr. Curtis Cooper, really appreciate your time this morning.
My pleasure, thanks.
Rosie, over to you.
Thank you, Will. Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, enter the world of a Canadian paleontologist's fascinating find in the Arctic and her own inspiring personal story of recovery after suffering a traumatic brain injury. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street. It is 7:25. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. Good morning, Ottawa. Tuesday. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Will Aiello.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
We're going to start with some news headlines because we do have an update to a story we brought you earlier this morning. The Ottawa Police Homicide Unit says one person is in custody after a stabbing in the West End. Police say emergency crews were called to Penny Drive yesterday evening, which is near the Carling and Britannia area. When first responders arrived at scene, they found a man with life-threatening injuries. That person was rushed to hospital, but did not survive. The victim's name has not been released as the family is still being notified. Prime Minister Mark Carney and his minority Liberal government have survived the budget vote just barely.
Yeas pour 170, 170. Nays contre 168, 163.
Je déclare la motion adoptée.
In a crucial final confidence vote, the budget passed by a margin of 170 to 168. Green Party leader Elizabeth May ended up supporting the Liberals. 2 NDP and 2 Conservative MPs abstained, which lowered the bar the Liberals needed to clear.
This is not about us. This is about Canadians. And the vast, vast, vast majority of Canadians want us to try to make this Parliament work.
For now, I want to make sure that Canada is committed to achieving our Paris targets.
The budget includes what the government calls generational investments amidst the trade war with the U.S. It also comes with deep cuts to the federal public service.
Ottawa City staff are looking at how to make Mooney's Bay a safer destination for sledding 4 years after a tragic collision.
There is an expense. I know that's an issue for some people, but when you look at the thousands of people who have used this hill in the past, we are promoting Mooney's Bay Park as an outdoor facility, 12-month a year. We're going to rebuild the pavilion there as a 4-season center.
The hill was officially closed to sledding back in 2017 due to safety concerns, but some kept on using it. That was until a girl died in a tragic accident in December of 2021. Since then, fencing was put up every winter to stop people from sliding down the hill.
It's sad, but I understand what happened a couple years ago. So anything to make it a safer, enjoyable experience for families would be beneficial.
There is no money proposed in the 2026 city budget, but staff say estimates for construction will be presented in a future budget. It is expected to cost the city about $3.1 million. Canada's inflation rate cooled slightly in October, dropping to 2.2% from 2.4% in September. Stats Canada says cheaper fuel and grocery prices led to the decline. Meanwhile, Canadians saw higher prices for cellular services and home and auto insurance. The Bank of Canada has cited stable inflation as one of the reasons it may not cut interest rates in December.
The Swedish royal family will arrive in Canada this morning for a rare 3-day state visit. King Carl XVI Gustaf and Queen Sylvia will spend their time in Ottawa and Montreal. It's their first trip to Canada since 2006. Sweden's industry and defense ministers will be part of the visiting delegation, which is expected to focus on trade and defense. The high-profile visit comes as Swedish defense firm Saab considers whether it should start assembling its Gripen fighter jets here in Canada. The Swedish royal court says Canada and Sweden will launch a strategic partnership during the visit. Fewer snowbirds say that they'll be heading south this winter, with many looking to spend their winter overseas instead. An online poll from Snowbird Advisor shows a 15% drop in the number of Canadians planning to head stateside. Meanwhile, the number of residents planning to travel to Mexico, Spain, or another warm destination has nearly doubled.
Major changes could be coming to a so-called problem intersection in the South End. Drivers say the intersection at Bank and Leitrim has been a problem for a while, with not enough dedicated turn lanes as well as an S-curve on the west side of the intersection. The area councillor says there are plans to widen the lanes in all 4 directions, with turn lanes, islands, and corners all added for safety.
The intersection is a critical piece and is long overdue. It is a rural cross-section of road, and this is very much an urban part of the city. So we want to bring this intersection that was conceived in the 20th century into the 21st century.
The councillor says he wants the project to start in 2027 after the widening of Bank Street in the area nearby is complete. There's no price tag for the project yet.
This Christmas tree is popular online.
I think it's safe to say that fans are ready for the release of Wicked, and they are excited for the holidays too.
A lot of people are sharing their green and pink Christmas trees on social media to celebrate the second installment of the movie. The countdown to Christmas and Wicked is officially on.
I like it.
I do like that combo.
Yeah, it does. It looks very festive and beautiful. I have a little pink in my tree. Put some pink decorations.
There you go. Nice.
Not a full pink tree, but you know.
Maybe you can have like a pink tree in one of the rooms.
Right?
Somewhere in the
Seriously.
house. Yeah.
have to do that.
That'll be your tree.
Maybe in my office.
I was going to say, maybe we get you a little pink tree for your desk that just like sits right beside the computer, just a little one.
Just a little bitty one.
I used to have a little bitty one, and it's somewhere in boxes and storage. I have no idea where. When I lived in my small condo, I had a little pink Christmas tree. But, you know, now we have a big Christmas tree.
We're bringing it back.
Yes, we should. I'll have to look for it. Temps still sitting at -1 this morning. Does feel closer to -7 with that wind chill. So yes, a little cool start to your day. -4 now in Kingston, so temperatures have dropped out there. -3 in Trenton still, and -2 now in the valley. Does feel colder because of that wind chill. Inner skies this morning seeing cloudy conditions. We're also dealing with some stronger winds. Those winds will calm down around 11 o'clock this morning and be quite calm into the day ahead. Inner skies, there was a chance that some areas could see a few scattered flurries until about 9 10 o'clock. Then it will clear up. Still remaining cloudy throughout your day ahead, unfortunately. And then a little bit of sunshine today. More sunshine on the way as we head into tomorrow. Skies will clear up. We will see a mix of sun and clouds. So a very sunny Wednesday in the forecast for us. We just have to get through today, which is a little bit cloudier. But temperatures not so bad. We are still below seasonal into your day ahead, into your morning recess. I know kids are getting outside today. We'll sit below that freezing mark, seeing a few sunny breaks late this morning into your afternoon, a bit cloudier. Temperatures will hover around 2 degrees into your afternoon. Over the next few days, you can see below seasonal temps. Friday's our warmest day, which is fairly average, just a little bit below as we head towards the end of the work week. 2 for today, tomorrow. Sunshine as we head into Wednesday, a little bit cloudier for Thursday. Then a few scattered showers on Friday with a high of 4. The weekend is looking nice and sunny with temps hovering around 2 degrees. On your roads this morning, usual slowdowns right now. The 401 is closed in both directions from Lancaster to Line Road 5 in Bainville due to a police investigation, so avoid that area if you can and plan alternative routes. Snake Island is also closed between Manotick Station and Stagecoach Road due to a structural fire this morning.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers. 1-800-JUSTICE.
It's a documentary about scientific discovery and a brain injury that changed everything.
Everything alive in our world comes from ancestors that lived in a hotter past. I study that ancient world, but I'm not like most scientists. 10 years ago, I lost part of myself. That didn't stop me, but it changed everything. I'm gonna tell you about it.
Frozen in Time follows the journey of leading Canadian paleontologist Natalia Rybczynski from her early scientific breakthroughs to her career-altering brain injury. She joins us with Emmy-winning filmmaker Niobe Thompson. Good morning and welcome to you both.
Good morning.
This is going to be a fascinating discussion. Paleontologists, you dig through our Earth's history and come up with such fascinating discoveries. And then you had an incident of your own that created something so new for you. I first want to ask you this, Natalia. What was our Arctic like, you know, before the Ice Age?
Right, so before the ice ages, the Arctic was actually much warmer than it is today by about like 20 degrees. It was forested, so you had forests right to the Arctic Ocean. So like boreal type forests. And in those forests, you had things like bears and beavers and camel. And beavers, we have evidence. So these are sticks, like beaver cut sticks.
Really?
Yeah,
okay, you're alluding to them here. This is one of your discoveries. This is a fossil right here, right?
Yes.
Of a camel.
This is camel. Now, most paleontologists wouldn't be so happy with this. This is like a terrible looking fossil. But for us, it's a gold mine of information. What it's telling us is that this is the most northerly example of camels that we have. It's 4 million years old. This is a limb bone, so it's actually the shin of the camel. So just the fragments. It actually would have been a few inches longer than this.
They're a few inches longer. There's some B-roll.
Yes.
There you, wow. I mean, can you talk about that process? It's a very, I would imagine, very detailed. You can't go running in there and kind of digging up. You gotta take your time when you are searching, right?
Yeah, and for us also, it took several years actually to even collect this much. Fossils are pretty rare in the high Arctic, so whatever we find, we go back to the site year after year and see what else is coming out.
Okay, Natalia, you were at the height of your career when something life-altering happened. What was that?
Yeah, so I had a sports concussion. It was cross-country skiing in Gatineau Park. I had someone run into me. I was told I'd recover in like 10 days, a month, and here I am on disability now, over 10 years later.
That is, I mean, the collision was very, very jarring, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but that you didn't let that stop you. Oh, by the way, Niobe, I will be talking to you in a minute here.
That's fine.
But
Keep on going.
I mean, I'm just like all into Natalia. How did you recover from that and continue on with your research?
It's a lot of A lot of rehab,
Okay.
and I kept with the science the whole time, but just in little pieces. Like I'm forced now when I do science, it's slow science.
There you go.
Right, so I have to pace my day. I can do an hour, a few times a week maybe, and even that's often broken up into like 30 minutes. So.
Okay, a documentary was made about your work and about your life by Niobe Thompson. Can we talk about the documentary?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, we were actually making a different documentary about ancient DNA, kind of in this area, looking at the distant past. And I came to Natalia because of her expertise in the Arctic before the Ice Age. And we were filming here in Ottawa, and I realized that something was happening, that Natalia was compensating for something and working really hard just to show up for our documentary and do interviews. And I thought, that's a fascinating story. Let's dig into that. And so I took Natalia's story to the CBC and said, you know, this woman does incredible science and yet is dealing with these really serious symptoms over a decade afterwards. And so Natalia was very generous to open her life and her story to our cameras, and it's 3 years ago that I asked her in Gatineau if she would make this documentary with us, and finally it's here today.
And we can see this documentary where?
Yeah, it premieres on CBC tomorrow across the country, so you can stream it, you can watch it on television.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And really it is a testament to Natalia's willingness to share a very personal story that we can bring this film to Canadians.
Natalia, if anyone's watching who suffer from brain injury, what would you like to let them know? What would you like to tell them?
First, I want them to remember they're not alone. There's a lot of other people with these problems. And I think I alluded to before, I mentioned like the pacing is really important. To never give up, right? To keep looking for, you know, finding the experts, the medical experts who can maybe have a piece of the puzzle to help sort you through. I'm still doing rehab now. I'm still working through trying to figure out the layers of what's, you know, what actually might be the root causes for the symptoms. So it's a very long process. It's slow, and of course access to medical care is always a challenge.
Very, very important too. And I feel like your career is kind of perfectly suited because it is slow and steady as well when you make these discoveries such as this one here, camel fossils in the Arctic.
Yes.
Who would have thunk it? Natalia Rybczynski, thank you so much for coming by. And Niobe, thank you for that documentary. Can't wait to have a look at it as well. Thank you to you both.
Thank you.
You know I want to touch this.
Yeah, I know.
You know I want to touch this. You know I want to touch it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rosie.
All right, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, I explore the history of the islands of the Bahamas. Plus, stay tuned for your chance to win a trip of your own to the gorgeous island nation. That is coming up. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam, a somewhat cloudy start to your day. It is 7:43 on your Tuesday. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. Continuing with my tour of the islands of the Bahamas, I had the privilege of speaking to the nation's Deputy Prime Minister, and he graciously informed me of a historical wonder that was built by Bahamians over 200 years ago.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Bahamas is sometimes thought of as Nassau Paradise Island, but we're more than just one island. We're a lifetime of them.
There's a lifetime worth of unforgettable experiences in the islands of the Bahamas.
It's the most visited site in the Caribbean, not just in the Bahamas, in all of the Caribbean.
Carved out of solid limestone in 1793, though originally 66 treads, you can get your 65 steps in climbing the Queen's Staircase.
It shows the strength and resilience of our people as we push forward in terms of building a country that's only 52 years old, but a country we're extremely proud of as a people. And we have great friends like Canada.
You can keep on stepping at the Straw Market in downtown Nassau. There's a maze of stalls that feature handmade goods like bracelets, wood carvings, and straw baskets. Straw goods are a part of the nation's cultural industry known as strawcraft. At At Tasty Teas, you can discover a variety of herbal infusions and learn about the history of Bahamian bush tea, inspired by African healing traditions. The teas are made from local roots and plants.
Different type of lavender, not the flowery one that most people know about. This grows near the ocean.
Tasty Teas shop is giving full-on natural vibes. Their teas are certified organic and are delicious.
Welcome to Grey Cliff, Nassau, Bahamas.
In Nassau, you can tour a bounty of wine stored beneath an 18th century house built by a pirate. The cellar has one of the world's largest wine collections. If you book a stay at Great Cliff Hotel or dine at the restaurant, you can browse through over 250,000 bottles in the cellar. You'll find rare and expensive vintages, including a 1727 Rutsheimer, considered one of the oldest bottles of wine in the world. I'm the king of the... No, I'm the queen of the world. Over 200 years old, Fort Charlotte overlooks the West End, Nassau Harbor. It's a glorious day here in the Bahamas. Mr. Pinder, you are in charge of this site here. Can you tell us the historical significance of where we are?
So we're here standing at what is normally called Fort Charlotte.
Fun fact, the fort was built to protect the harbor and deter pirates, but its cannons were never fired in aggression.
The architectural work is just phenomenal. You know, when you look around, you see an amphitheater. You see dungeons, you see the barracks. And needless to say, it was named after Sahari Charlotte, who would have been the wife of George III. We have a lot of weddings that take place here, a lot of concerts, because of the historical glorification of Fort Charlotte.
So whether you're climbing the Queen's Staircase, sipping local tea, or roaming through the straw market, there's so much history to appreciate in the islands of the Bahamas. Stay tuned for your chance to win a Bahamian adventure. Your daily unique code word is coming up. And wouldn't that be
the name
amazing?
has not been released.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Oh my goodness. Bahamas is actually on my bucket list of places that I really want to travel because it's just absolutely stunning. Like you see the waters and it's that picturesque turquoise blue as you saw and you discovered. There's so much to see and do too.
You would love it, absolutely. And the people.
Oh, right.
So
The
kind.
culture
And you know, in the culture and the history. So I was really glad to do this particular report to take a dive into the history of the island nation, which is just over 50 years old, you know, as an official nation, but the history goes way back centuries. And it was great to get that. I mean, to go to Fort Charlotte and the Queen's Staircase. There's a lot to explore on the islands of the Bahamas.
I bet it's easy to get your 10,000 steps in.
Yeah.
When you're
So
discovering
true.
the islands. And
No
it's so
doubt.
exciting that we get to give away a trip for someone to get to enjoy a trip for two. So you have to stay tuned for your daily code word. Unfortunately, I cannot attend, but I wish I could.
I know. That's coming up. Your secret code word for a chance to win a trip for two to the Bahamas. Stay tuned. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. We'll be right back.
Here are your milestone celebrations for Tuesday, November 18th. And we're going to start off with a happy 8th birthday. This is to Leo from Mama, Papa, little sister Lily, Pepe, Nana, and Uncle Ryan. We also have a happy birthday to Teo. 8 signifies infinity, and that is the exact measure of love and pride we feel for you. Love all of your friends and family. If you have a milestone, celebrate it with us and your birthday announcements for kids turning 13 years old or younger. And for those turning 100 years or more, we also do wedding anniversaries. For those celebrating 50 years or more, all you have to do is send us an email, Your Morning Ottawa Milestones at ctv.ca, and we'll be sure to get your announcement on the air. Rosie.
The moment has arrived. CTV Your Morning Ottawa wants to send you on a Bahamian adventure. Imagine a 7-night escape at Margaritaville Beach Resort, Nassau, in the islands of the Bahamas. Watch all this week for your unique daily code words and enter them at ctvottawa.ca. Today's code word, drum roll, is pineapple. Enter it now for your chance to win this ultimate tropical getaway. Good luck. Here's a live look through our sky cam. You can see a little daylight happening there. Looks like a lot of cloud as well. 7:57. We'll be right back. Good morning, Ottawa. It's Tuesday, November 18th.
Nays pour 170, 170. Nays contre 168, 163.
Je déclare la motion adoptée.
Prime Minister Mark Carney's government hangs on as Carney's first budget narrowly passes in the House of Commons.
It's sad, but I understand what happened a couple years ago. So anything to make it a safer, enjoyable experience for families would be beneficial.
City staff are looking at making Mooney's Bay safer for sledding, but doing so would come with a steep price tag.
And the magic of lights returns to Wesley Clover Parks. We get a preview and tell you how you can, of course, take part in all the fun. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now.
Good morning, happy Tuesday. I'm Rosie Edden.
I'm Willa Yellow.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
I love that we're talking about the magic of lights. I could remember it from a decade ago.
Really?
Of how great it is. I think there's no surprise here. I love the Christmas spirit.
No,
Yes.
it is a magical place.
It really is. It's so beautiful. And the nice thing is, regardless if it's warm or cold, you're in the comfort of your car,
that's
right?
true.
So you can get out and walk around. There's that little pit stop, which is super fun, but it's also nice that you can stay in the warmth of your car and still enjoy the magic of Christmas.
Yeah, and it's all for a wonderful cause, too,
It
which we'll
is.
find out in the next about 15 minutes or so. But first, we're going to get towards our news headlines. The Ottawa Police Homicide Unit says one person is in custody after a stabbing in the West End. Police say emergency crews were called to Penny Drive yesterday evening, which is near the Carling and Britannia area. When first responders arrived at the scene, they found a man with life-threatening injuries. That person was rushed to hospital, but did not survive. The victim's name has not yet been released, as the family is still being notified. Canadians will not be heading into a holiday election. The budget has been adopted, though the confidence vote was a narrow one.
Nays pour 170, 170. Nays contre 168, 163.
Je déclare la motion adoptée.
Green Party leader Elizabeth May was the only opposition member to support the budget. 4 other opposition MPs abstained, 2 New Liberals and 2 Conservatives.
The promise of big returns has turned into a big loss for an Ottawa couple. They say they lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in what they now believe to be investment fraud. It started last March when Adnan Siddiqui and his wife say they put more than $300,000, a second mortgage on their Ottawa home, into what they believed was a safe investment. A Toronto-based company called HYWI Capital, introduced by people they trusted. The contract promised a 2% monthly return and their money back after 1 year, but Siddiqui says they saw 2 months' worth of payments and then nothing. CTV News has learned of at least 5 others with similar stories, including 2 named in an ongoing civil lawsuit with a combined $1.5 million in losses. But those involved say that total could be much higher.
It's our children that we worry more about. This was our way of kind of trying to make their lives a little better, make it a little easier when they get out of university and go on with their new lives. But that's not going to happen, and that just breaks my heart.
Mark Cummings, the man the Siddiquis dealt with, says he is no longer involved with HYWI Capital, and denies all allegations in an email. The Ontario Securities Commission would not say if it's investigating, but confirms neither the company nor Mark Cummings are registered to deal in securities in Ontario.
In an unexpected reversal, U.S. President Donald Trump is now urging fellow Republicans to support the release of more Epstein files in a vote expected in Congress today.
They can do whatever they want. We'll give them everything. Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it. But don't talk about it too much because, honestly, I don't want to take it away from us. It's really a Democrat problem. The Democrats were Epstein's friends, all of them. And it's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax.
Trump has posted that he has nothing to hide after he previously opposed efforts to make the documents public. Ontario Provincial Police have identified the man killed in the mid-airplane crash in eastern Ontario over the weekend. Two small planes collided near Martintown on Saturday. One of the planes landed safely, but the other crashed into a wooded area. The pilot was found dead at the scene. He has been identified as a 28-year-old man from Ile-Bizard, east of Montreal. His name, though, has not been released.
A new nonprofit childcare center is opening in the capital to help meet with growing demand.
1, 2, 3.
The YMCA National Capital Region is opening a new 39-spot childcare center with room for 15 toddlers and 24 preschoolers at the Rideau Community Hub. The YMCA says this site will help address the shortage of spaces in the capital. Applications are available on the YMCA website.
And these two country artists are putting a spin on a classic winter song.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening, a beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland.
Sounding good. Luke Bryan and Ella Langley collaborated on a cover of Winter Wonderland.
So this is all part of Luke Bryan's 3-song EP for the holiday season. Ella Langley is nominated for 6 CMA Awards, which is happening tomorrow evening.
I love that. Good. She's kind of newer on the country music scene, and of course Luke Bryan's been around for decades, so it's nice to see them collaborate, and their sound sounds great together. Yeah,
I love it.
She has like a real twang in her voice, so you can really like identify her music. So yeah, beautiful to see.
That nonstop Christmas music. It's happening for me kind of soon. It's coming.
It's coming.
There's no shortage of selection to have your Christmas
and it's
music.
nice when you can add some new ones to the rotation, right? Because we kind of hear the same ones all the time. So when we get to add some new sound, it's always fantastic. Yeah, watch out, Buble. It's a cold start to your morning. Temps right now is still sitting at -1, but it's that wind chill, feeling closer to -7 this hour here in the city of Ottawa. -2 out in the valley. Kingston, Trenton sitting at -3 and -2. Seeing a little bit of sunshine for them today. For us, a little bit of a cloudier day. So we're seeing cloud coverage this morning. We will continue to see clouds into the afternoon. So unfortunately, not a lot of sunshine for us throughout your Tuesday. However, we do have some on the way. Overnight tonight, these clouds will clear out and we will get to see a mix of sun and cloud tomorrow. So more sunshine towards the middle of the work week, and we do have lots of it on the way as well into the weekend forecast. Temperatures today a little bit below normal. Average is around 4.6, around 5 degrees into your day ahead, but you can see we'll be a little bit below that today with a daytime high of only 2 degrees. Still some flurries possible for the next hour, then it will clear out, and some areas could also see a few more flurries like Kemptville, Cornwall, Brockville. Kingston, Trenton seeing sunshine sitting at 3 today. 1 is the daytime high out in the valley. 1 as well over in Kittigan-Zibi, and -1 for Mont-Tremblant. Over the next 5 days, temperatures still below seasonal, but at least we have a lot more sunshine on the way this week as compared to the last few weeks where it's been very, very cloudy. 2 is the high for tomorrow. Again, we'll get to see that sunshine, but cold overnight tonight, -6, feeling closer to -8. As we head towards the end of the work week, sunshine on Friday, still a slim chance of showers. That's our warmest day this week with a daytime high of 4 degrees. On your roads, it's quite a mess out there. We have a collision right now on the 417 westbound at Rochester. That has the on-ramp and right lane closed. You can see emergency vehicles are on the scene, so if you can avoid that, that's the best note this morning. Carling eastbound lane is closed at Iroquois due to a broken water main, and the 401 is closed in both directions from Lancaster to Line Road 5 in Bainville due to a police investigation, so avoid that area and plan an alternate route. Snake Island is closed between Manotick Station and Stagecoach Road due to a structural fire. And this just in right now to our newsroom, 401 has just reopened. So again, the 401 has just reopened in Bainville due to an earlier morning investigation where it was closed, but it's now reopened. Will.
Well, our live local shopping spree continues, and we have so much to look forward to just to get you into the holiday spirit. Ooh, and there's so many goodies here, too. I think I'll have... Oh, okay, not quite yet, but maybe soon I'll get a gingerbread cookie. Stay with us if you want to get into the Christmas spirit. We'll be right back. Sky cam, and it is beautiful, although I think maybe we get to get a tree like this outside through our Centennial Glass Sky cam. I'll work on it. I'll see what we can do. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back.
Live local shopping week on CTV Your Morning Ottawa. Brought to you in part by the United Counties of Stormont, Dundas, and Glengarry.
Well, our live local shopping week continues, and we are taking you to Eastern Ontario for a taste of Glengarry, taking place this weekend, where you can find all of the treats and gifts you're looking for your loved ones this holiday season. And today we have 3 vendors with us this morning, starting with Regula Bergi from Regula's Bakery. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So excited to have you here. Tell us a little bit about your Swiss bakery.
Well, it was established in 1998 and it has gone through some name changes.
Okay.
But then I had just reopened and taken it back in the fall of this year. And this is our signature item.
Okay.
It's our Happy Face cookies.
Beautiful. So what's inside? Can you tell us a little bit about the cookie?
They're filled with raspberry jam.
Ooh. And what's the outside? Is
it's
it
a glaze. It's shortbread, and then we glaze the top.
Beautiful. So this is your signature.
It is, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And tell us about some of the other sweet treats we'll find on the table. This is absolutely beautiful. It looks like a snowflake.
Yes, so this is something typical from Switzerland.
Okay.
It's called the butter twist. So there's different varieties. This is like what I do for Christmas. It's a new thing I just came up with this year. It's a butter twist star.
Okay.
It's 5 little stars.
Gorgeous.
And then they bake together. 5 little butter twists and then together.
Beautiful.
This is something typical from Switzerland. This is a Lebkuchen.
Okay.
And those are called Kritibanze. They're made out the same dough as this.
Are they filled with anything, or do they just have little eyes?
Just dough.
They're just dough with little eyeballs.
And in Switzerland, Santa is coming on the 6th of December.
Okay.
And this is what he brings to you if you have been good.
Oh, if you've been on the nice list. I love that.
Exactly.
And then you have some, of course, gingerbread as well, which are great for seasonal.
Yes, that's also a big seller.
Beautiful.
And we are known for our cinnamon buns.
Okay, wonderful.
And we also do little gingerbread and cookie trays and all kinds of stuff.
And where can people find your bakery?
It's in Maxwell on McNeil Road, and we are open on Saturdays from 10 till 2.
Perfect.
We're also going to go to the market this Saturday.
Okay.
And then Baby Please Come Home in Alexandria.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Up next, we have Edna here from Muddy Toes Organics. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Tell us a little bit about what you do, because you're a farmer and you create all these wonderful things.
Yeah, so I got into farming late in life, and I decided to focus on growing natural, organic, healthy stuff. I focus on herbs, garlic, and lavender. I grow fruit, nuts, and vegetables as well. And then I try to turn them into something that would be sellable at a market.
Beautiful.
Because as a farmer, you have to plan for all the seasons, even the seasons when you're not growing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what are some of the popular things you brought in here today?
Okay, so with my lavender, I make lavender lemonade.
Oh, wow.
Lavender bouquets, lavender syrup kits, and then little lavender sachets.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's such a great gift idea for a teacher.
It is. And it makes about 15 ounces of lemonade, so it's a good amount.
Big portion.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then with the garlic, I grow about 8 different varieties of garlic that have different potency. So these are the Russian. This is Music. They're a hardneck variety. And with that, I do a fermented garlic and honey, which is very good for sore throats and stuff.
I need that. You should hear my raspy voice in the morning.
Well, I might just leave you a jar. And then some garlic sea salt, garlic scapes, which is the flour that comes off, and they're pickled.
Beautiful.
And then what's very a great culinary delight is black fermented garlic.
Ooh.
So it's when you process garlic in a low heat, high pressure over about a 2-week period.
Okay.
And it creates this black gummy stuff that tastes like
Sounds
caramel.
delicious.
Yeah.
Really quickly, tell us
Yes.
about the market happening this weekend.
So we are doing a market in Alexandria at the Sports Arena, and Saturday evening is the Taste of Glengarry, which will have a lot of local vendors, and then the next day in the same place is a Winter Wonderland where we will also feature crafters.
Wonderful. Thank you so
Okay,
much for
thank
joining
you.
us today. And last but not least, we have Evelyn here from Washaway. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Tell us about your business.
Yes, we're a small family business, and we just decided to start making soap because we want to share with the world what we do.
Okay.
I've been doing soap for 10 years now,
Wow,
so it's just
incredible.
something that we can share now.
And you get the whole family involved because I know you have a couple
my
members
daughters
here
are
as
here.
well.
They're my support, yes.
Wonderful. So they help you out. Can you tell us about some of the delicious flavors we'll find
we brought
for the
our
season?
seasonal soap selection. So this is candy cane. It's a blend of rosemary and peppermint.
Oh, it smells
so
good.
eh?
That'll clear your sinuses
And
in the
we
morning.
have one for maybe more male. Tuxedo is a soap with a fragrance that is more like a smoky fragrance.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's made with charcoal. We have coconut, but blend with pine needle.
I saw this little gingerbread one.
Oh,
and I got
they
it.
are
Oh,
so
that's
cute.
the snowflake one. Wait a minute. Here we go. Wrong one. Oh,
Yeah,
that
we need
smells
the
so
gingerbread.
good.
So
it's
we
like
know-
I want to eat it, but it probably tastes like soap, right?
That wouldn't be a good idea,
No,
but we want
but
to.
you can bathe with it.
We could. So we
Okay.
brought like the gift option because we know that soap make good gifts. So those
Absolutely.
mini stocking will come with a nice bath bag.
Oh, cute.
And then you'll find our Christmas soap selection in
Oh my
it.
goodness, such a great idea for
Yeah.
the holiday season for gift ideas, stocking stuffers as well. And where can people find your business?
Well, you can follow us on Facebook and also Instagram.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all so much for joining us here today. It's been an absolute pleasure. And again, you can find them at the market happening this weekend, November 22nd from 4 till 9 p.m. You could head to their website for a taste of Glengarry for more information. Here's a live look at our sky cam on George Street this morning. A cold start to your day, -1 right now, feeling closer to -7.
Well, Magic of Lights is back this week. It's a tradition that the capital has hit 10 years for. Here to discuss a little bit more and how it's making a difference in our community, we have Karen Sparks with Wesley Clover Parks and Emily Jameson with CHEO. Good morning to the two of you.
Hi, Will. Morning.
I love Christmas. It's no surprise to anybody here. I love this collaboration. Before we get to that, how is the setup going so far?
It's going really well. We have a sponsorship from Cooper Equipment Rental, and they've really helped us get everything in. We get 2 million lights this year, so we're pretty excited.
Oh, it's so amazing. If you haven't experienced it, you gotta go this year. It's great for you or the family or for anybody. Let's talk about the donation as well, because it is in support with CHEO.
It absolutely is. We've been working together for 5 years now, and we've actually had 2,500 tickets go to CHEO families and CHEO staff, which is exciting as well. We'd love to give back in that way. And so 5 years we've been working together, and we've committed to another 10. So the Kids These Days campaign is really important to us.
It's so amazing. And Emily, speak to what it means, because especially this time of year, to have that support from Wesley Clover Parks must mean everything to the organization.
Absolutely, and Wesley Clover has been a wonderful partner for us for the past 5 years. Also with our Kids These Days campaign that we was just announced right now. All proceeds is going to be supporting our largest fundraising campaign ever. So this is going to reimagine and redeveloping our campus, improving surgical suites, improving wait times, expanding emergency department, and we're raising $220 million. So all contributions, especially ones from Wesley Clover Parks, we know are going to help us, and we're just so grateful to have community partners like Wesley Clover.
I mean, talk about joy for this time of year, right? If people aren't really familiar with it, we're going to put up some video here, but walk us through the experience.
Well, it's about a 2-kilometer drive-through. It takes about 20 minutes, and it's just a real fun experience. The light tunnel, as you can see there on the screen, is a real favorite. This year, it's the longest ever. It's the biggest light tunnel in Ontario. It's a real Insta favorite. We've had a few promposals. We've even had some marriage proposals through that tunnel. So pretty exciting. We always try to arrange that if possible. And We've also got the Mark Motors pit stop, so that's new. Only the last few years you've been able to do that, where you can stop and actually walk through some lit displays and take some pics, get some beaver tails, write a message to Santa. So it's a lot of stuff going on. It's by the carload, so it's pretty affordable. And proceeds go to CHEO, so it's a really nice holiday tradition. We're so grateful that for 10 years Ottawa's been making us part of their holiday tradition.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, it's getting a little bit colder out there, but you can stay nice and cozy in the car with the Christmas music going on, and then adventure out to experience a little bit more. Obviously, with this collaboration, it's really important that you support CHEO. Why do you find it to be such a community leader in the city?
Oh, well, I'm on the board of the CHEO Foundation. It's healthcare for children in our region. It couldn't be more important. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the natural fit for this event. It's holiday joy, it's families. CHEO's the natural fit.
And it's so wonderful. And I mean, you must be so excited about that partnership, 10 years.
Yeah. Well, and you know what else? Another 10-year partnership is CTV.
Wow.
They were a founding partner, and they've had Move 100. You listen to the magical Christmas music as you go through the lights. It couldn't be a better experience.
It's so great. And how can people get involved if they want to do this, or maybe support CHEO this time of year as well?
Absolutely. Well, you can visit CHEOFoundation.com if you want to support CHEO. But I'd say purchase some tickets.
Yeah.
Come out.
MagicofLights.com is where you get tickets. We really encourage people to get tickets online. They're cheaper online. They're cheaper during the weekday. They're also cheaper if you get them before December 4th, sorry. So really easier to go earlier in the season. If you wait, there might be lines because it is very popular as you get closer to Christmas. But during the weekday, you can avoid the lines and get cheaper tickets before December 4th.
So stay warm and cozy. Get the joyous Christmas feel in there, and support the CHEO Foundation.
Support our largest fundraising campaign ever.
It doesn't get any better than that. Emily and Karen, really appreciate your time
Thanks
this
so
morning,
much.
and an early Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Rosie, over to you.
Thank you. Well, coming up, we tell you about an at-home fine dining experience for two that raises much-needed funds for the Snowsuit Fund. Our guests are standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Delorier kitchen. Here's a live look through our sky cam. It is 8:27. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. How's your Tuesday going? I'm Rosie, and
I'm Willa Yellow.
I'm Melissa Lamb, and I love that we were talking about like Bahamas today, and then the magic of lights, mixing holiday vacation and Christmas.
What more could you ask for? Get
Right?
the holiday spirit, although many people may be traveling to get away from some of the cool weather.
Yes.
So we have the Bahamas to think about too.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so great that Magic of Lights, there's that charitable component.
Yeah.
So important and so wonderful. Looking forward to that.
Well, we've covered Christmas, we've covered the Bahamas, and we'll cover some food coming up. We got to get to our newscast first. Excuse me. The Ottawa Police Homicide Unit says one person is in custody after a stabbing in the West End. Police say emergency crews were called to Penny Drive yesterday evening, which is near the Carling and Britannia area. When first responders arrived at the scene, they found a man with life-threatening injuries. That person was rushed to hospital but did not survive. The victim's name has not been released as the family is still being notified. Prime Minister Mark Carney and his minority Liberal government have survived the budget vote just barely.
Nays pour, 170, 170. Nays contre, 168, 163.
Je déclare la motion adoptée.
In a crucial final confidence vote, the budget passed by a margin of 170 to 168. Green Party leader Elizabeth May ended up supporting the Liberals. 2 NDP and 2 Conservative MPs abstained, which lowered the bar the Liberals needed to clear.
This is not about us. This is about Canadians. And the vast, vast, vast majority of Canadians want us to try to make this Parliament work.
For now, I want to make sure that Canada is committed to achieving our Paris targets.
The budget includes what the government calls generational investments amidst the trade war with the U.S. It also comes with deep cuts to the federal public service.
Ottawa City staff are looking at how to make Mooney's Bay a safer destination for sledding 4 years after a tragic collision.
There is an expense. I know that's an issue for some people, but when you look at the thousands of people who have used this hill in the past. We are promoting Mooney's Bay Park as an outdoor facility, 12-month a year. We're going to rebuild the pavilion there as a four-season center.
The hill was officially closed to sledding back in 2017 due to safety concerns, but some kept on using it. That was until a girl died in a tragic accident in December of 2021. Since then, fencing was put up every winter to stop people from sledding down the hill.
It's sad, but I understand what happened a couple years ago. So anything to make it a safer, enjoyable experience for families would be beneficial.
There's no money proposed in the 2026 city budget, but staff say estimates for construction will be presented in a future budget. It is expected to cost the city about $3.1 million. Canada's inflation rate cooled slightly in October, dropping to 2.2% from 2.4% in September. StatsCan says cheaper fuel and grocery prices led to the decline. Meanwhile, Canadians saw higher prices for cellular services and home and auto insurance. The Bank of Canada has cited stable inflation as one of the reasons it may not cut interest rates in December.
The Swedish royal family will arrive in Canada this morning for a rare 3-day state visit. King Carl XVI, Gustav, and Queen Sylvia will spend their time in Ottawa and Montreal. It is their first trip to Canada since 2006. Sweden's industry and defense ministers will be part of the visiting delegation, which is expected to focus on trade and defense. The high-profile visit comes as Swedish defense firm Saab considers whether it should start assembling its Gripen fighter jets here in Canada. The Swedish royal court says Canada and Sweden will launch a strategic partnership during the visit.
Major changes could be coming to a so-called problem intersection in the South End. Drivers say the intersection at Bank and Leitrim has been a problem for a while, with not enough dedicated turn lanes as well as an S-curve on the west side of the intersection. The area councillor says there are plans to widen the lanes in all directions, with turn lanes, islands, and corners all added for safety.
The intersection is a critical piece and is long overdue. It is a rural cross-section of road, and this is very much an urban part of the city. So we want to bring this intersection that was conceived in the 20th century into the 21st century.
The councillor says he wants the project to start in 2027 after the widening of Bank Street in the area nearby is complete. There's no price tag for the project just yet.
Many Canadians say it will be too pricey for them to attend any of the upcoming FIFA World Cup games.
It's got a lot of people in this province and the country asking, you know, is this FIFA tournament for the elites or is it for everyone?
So a poll by Angus Reid finds 7 in 10 Canadians say tickets are just too expensive. The survey also suggests many people want seats as an investment in order to resell them.
Most Canadians also don't believe hosting the game is worth it if the country does not turn a profit.
Ooh.
Interesting standpoint there too, right? You want to turn the profit, but also with it coming to Canada, we as Canadians want to experience it in the area.
I know, but remember when it first was announced, all that people could talk about, ticket prices. I mean, because they're not going to be cheap, not that cheap.
Absolutely.
So hopefully there will be a block for Canadians, like, you know, and I know it'll be a small block, but, you know, that are somewhat affordable. So I want the kids to go out and enjoy it too.
Yeah.
Inspire generation of soccer players to come.
That's right.
Absolutely. Well, in our forecast this morning, it's a bit of a cool start to your day and cloudy conditions as well. So another cloudy day in the forecast for us. We didn't see a lot of sunshine yesterday. We won't see a lot of that again today. We're still dealing with some cloud coverage this morning. There were some early morning scattered flurries. For the most part, that has cleared up. Into the evening, those clouds will start to clear out. So partly cloudy conditions tonight, and then tomorrow is the day that we'll actually get to see a little bit more sunshine on the way. So mix of sun and cloud as we head into your Wednesday. And we do have more sunshine on the way as we head into the weekend as well, because it's been kind of a couple of gray weeks in the forecast for us. We haven't really seen a lot of sunshine. 2 degrees is our high into the afternoon. We'll still feel closer to 0 with the wind chill into your day ahead. 2 in Kemptville, Brockville, Cornwall. Out in the valley sitting at 1 for today. They're getting to see a little bit more sunshine than we will here in the city into your afternoon. -1 over in Mont Tremblant. So over the next 7 days, temperatures below seasonal throughout most of the work week. 2 2 is the high for tomorrow. Mix of sun and cloudier conditions for Thursday. Scattered showers on Friday. That's the warmest day this week with a high of 4, so still slightly below the norm. But as we head into the weekend, cooler conditions, but at least it will be nice and sunny Saturday in through Sunday.
Weather brought to you by Yekendorf Rashid. Experience, knowledge, and a commitment to excellence.
On the Queensway this morning, the westbound lanes were experiencing considerable slowdowns this morning due to an earlier morning collision that has been cleared but has caused some congestion. Eastbound lanes also just seeing your regular volume this hour.
Your Morning Kitchen, now in its 6th year, Dinner Party in a Box is back on November 29th with a distinctly Canadian-inspired theme. It just smells amazing. I'm joined by Stephen Bekta, President of Bekta, and I've got Lauren here, Lauren Park, Snowsuit Fund board member, because there is a charitable component to this wonderful event. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Now, Stephen, can you tell us about this wonderful dinner in a box, as you call it?
Absolutely. So this is our 6th year doing it, partnering with the Snowsuit Fund, and we're just so grateful. It's such a wonderful initiative, but it's also an amazing meal and experience. So Dinner Party in a Box, we've got a 3-course fine dining meal that you finish at home, like 20 minutes. I've recorded a video to show you how to do it. There's very few things that you need of your own, and it's so amazing. So we've got this year for the omnivore, it's all Canadian ingredients, right? And we really want to focus on Canada this year. Coast to coast seafood chowder, which with PEI mussels, BC Arctic char, halibut from the Atlantic. It's so delicious. And then what we're going to do today is this duck confit, all inspired by Quebec. Okay. Fève lard with some duck ham in there and some roasted Brussels sprouts and carrots. And we've got a Haskap gastrique, local Haskap berries, and it's so delicious. And then a fancy Nanaimo bar with a blueberry coulis for dessert. And there's a vegetarian's options as well that are so delicious.
There is a vegetarian option. I mean, look at that finish.
Yeah, there we go.
Right there.
Well, hopefully that's what we're going to look like right now.
I know you're going to plate it for us. While you're doing that, Stephen, Lauren, you want to talk about the Snowsuit Fund and how you're partnering with them? And what's the Snowsuit Fund all about?
Yeah, so the Snowsuit Fund is all about providing new warm snowsuits to children in need in our community. So we've been around for 44 years now. We've been working in this community for years and years, and we have a really big impact.
Okay, so you provide snowsuits for kids in the community. What do you need in order to continue to do that?
So we're completely grassroots. We do not get any government funding. So a lot of it does come down to our volunteers, the used snowsuits that are also donated by the community, and the work of our fundraising events. So Dinner Party in a Box is a huge part of that.
This is a wonderful partnership, isn't it?
We love it, and it's such an honor to be able to work with Bekta. They have such an incredible, look at this, reputation in our community, and they're an incredible supportive partner with us.
Okay, so does it work like this? You purchase a dinner party in a box, and part of the proceeds will go to the Snowsuit Fund?
That's right. So every box purchased, all proceeds go to the Snowsuit Fund. Each box feeds 2 people, so you're getting a great glimpse here of the quality of food that you are getting. And every box gives 2 snowsuits to children in need.
This is absolutely stunning. This is gorgeous.
Wow.
And then this times 2.
That's exactly right.
Dinner Party in a Box. What does it mean for you to collab with the Snowsuit Fund,
Look,
Stephen?
it's so important. I mean, I remember growing up as a kid and not having a warm snowsuit. And it is such a difference when it's not just the snowsuit, but it's the dignity that these kids have going to school with a new snowsuit. They're not, the odd kid out, that is the legendary part. And so they're such an amazing organization. They've helped in our community for like 40 some odd years.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And, so we just love doing this. Our whole staff are on board and we're just thrilled.
Okay, so how can folks get a dinner party in the box?
They go to our website, curatedbybekta.com, and they just order. Free delivery delivery through Trexity and anywhere within 25 kilometers of Becto, or you can pick up, and it's from 12 to 5, the delivery or pickup on November 29th, the Saturday.
Okay.
And we're about 70% sold out. We always sell it every single year, so please order soon, because honestly, a lot of people were disappointed last year, and this menu is honestly the best one we've ever done.
Get that order in there. There's the menu right there. Dinner party in a box. What an incredible, complete menu. Just bursting with flavor. You do not want to miss out on this. And remember, there is that charitable component for the Snowsuit Fund. And Lauren, when you think about it, kids grow. They grow so fast. They get one snowsuit one year. They need a new one because they're, they've grown.
Yeah, it really adds up. So I'm a parent. I have 2 children. And you always hope you're going to get through the full year with one snowsuit, but you don't always. And it's a big expense, and it's so important. So like Stephen said, being able to go outside and enjoy our Ottawa winters is critical for, physical health, but also emotional health, right? And your development. It's a key part of a childhood.
All right. Thank you so much, Stephen and Lauren. Thank you so much. Don't forget there, all the information with the Snowsuit Fund and dinner party in a box right there in front of you in support of the Snowsuit Fund. And if you know of a great chef or restaurant you think we should feature on Your Morning Ottawa, Your Morning Kitchen, let us know. Your Morning Ottawa at ctv.ca. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. There it is, a little bit of daylight happening there. Lots of clouds out there. 8:43. We're right back after this. Good Morning Ottawa.
Manotick Place Retirement Community is already in the holiday spirit as they gear up for the Great Manotick Holiday Cookie Hunt. Barbara Phillips, Executive Director of Manotick Place Retirement Community and the Miller Seniors Apartments, and Darpan Alawalia, owner of Manotick Natural Market, are thrilled to see the community come together for this much of a loved local tradition, and they join us this morning. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Good morning.
So excited to have you here. Tell us about this wonderful event that takes place in Manotick.
Well, the Cookie Hunt started when we got together with She Shops Local, local ladies who lunch group, and she came up with an idea to help us connect with the community. Manotick Place really wanted to be part of the community.
Yeah.
So what happens is you buy a ticket. This year the tickets were $40, and you get a tin that was donated by the Great Canadian Dollar Store in Manotick. There is a list of clues that you have to go around to 35 vendors and merchants in Manotick, and they will give you a beautifully decorated cookie for Christmas. So your Christmas baking gets done. You get to see a number of wonderful vendors and merchants in our community.
Yeah.
And 100% of the proceeds go to the Ottawa Food Bank.
So you're supporting a good cause at the same time, which we know is so needed this time of the year.
It is. This is our 4th year doing it. So far we've raised $10,000.
Wow.
We're going to raise $5 more thousand this year.
Incredible.
So yeah, we're excited about that.
And now, unfortunately, it is sold out because it sells out pretty quickly. However, there are some ways that you can get involved.
Absolutely. It's sold out in just a number of days. We have 125 tickets that sold out. But if you like and follow our Facebook page at manotickplaceretirement.ca, there is a contest going where you can win a ticket.
Okay, so there's still a chance to be involved. And of course, Darpan, you're going to have Santa.
We're going to have the big guy with the red suit on,
Yeah.
and people can take pictures, bring your cameras, and the money raised from that goes to kids in need for Christmas presents this year. So it'll be from 10 to 2 at Manotick Natural Market on the 6th of December while they're cookie hunting. If you can't participate in cookie hunting, you can still do the Santa.
Okay, so even though you don't have a ticket to the cookie hunting, there's still a way that you can get involved and help donate to a wonderful cause.
Amazing. Yeah.
This is absolutely incredible. Why do you think it's been so successful over the years?
Well, I think because it brings the community together. There are, again, 35 different merchants and vendors, and you get to go into their shop. Maybe you would have never gone. But the other thing it does, our residents started it to create a tradition with their grandchildren and great-grandchildren. So they're out in the community, and people come year after year, and they do this. It's
as a family.
It's a family tradition.
It's so much fun, and there's some great prizes to be won as well.
There are. So our vendors and our partners have donated great things. There's gift cards. The Caramax has the golden ticket. So in one of these tins is a golden ticket, and they will win a large gingerbread house that was made by the gingerbread man in Manotick.
That's such a beautiful shop as well. And why did you want to be involved with this?
Oh, you know what? It's 25 years in business in Manotick, and it's all about community and helping everybody. And we've been just doing this for ever.
Yeah, incredible.
The business in Manotick, they really support each other. So it is wonderful.
It's all about supporting each other. And it's tough times, especially with everything that's going on too. So we just want to do as much as we can, wherever we can.
Something happy that tastes good.
Absolutely. And like you said, all your Christmas baking done by supporting a good cause doesn't get better than that.
That's right.
And who doesn't get a smile when they get a cookie?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today. We truly appreciate it. And again, head to your Facebook page, like and share.
Like and share, manotickplaceretirement.ca for a chance to win a ticket to the Great Manotick Holiday Cookie Hunt.
I love that. Or you could just head to Darpen's store from 10 till 2 to meet the jolly old man himself and, of course, donate to a great cause. Thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Now let's check out your TSN must-see moment.
Hello there, Adam Scully here inside the TSN Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Monday. And for it, we go to Toronto. Hornets and the Raptors. Brandon Ingram takes it to the rim and throws down the massive jam on Ryan Kalkbrenner, the 7-footer that couldn't do anything to stop Ingram on that play. Puts him on a poster. Get a game high 27, highlighted by that monster dunk. And it is your must-see moment from Monday. And tonight on TSN, international friendly, Canada taking on Venezuela. Pre-game begins at 7:30 Eastern. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
CTV Your Morning Ottawa wants to send you on a Bahamian adventure. Imagine a 7-night escape at Margaritaville Beach Resort, Nassau, in the islands of the Bahamas. Watch all this week for your unique daily code words and enter them at ctvottawa.ca. Today's code word is pineapple. Enter it now for your chance to win this ultimate tropical getaway. Good luck. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street. 8:51, we're back to wrap up the show. Good morning, Ottawa.
Welcome back, everybody. Here's a look at what's on the show tomorrow for your Wednesday. The Ottawa Charge are gearing up for their home opener this weekend. We get a preview with some of the team stars, plus spruce up your porch for the holidays. So that sounds fun. And we get a visit from some of the vendors behind the Barhaven Winter Craft Market, which has been so great this week so far. Having these local businesses come in and get us feeling all festive for the year.
I'm excited for the spruce up your porch because I redesigned my porch display this year. However, there's a section that's really empty and I find it looks off, but I don't know what to put there.
There you go.
So I'm like, I'm gonna take a picture of it. I'm gonna ask some questions like, what would you add to the design to make it all complete and come together?
Get some inspiration. I think that is great.
Yeah.
Putting us all in the mood here. I love it.
Well,
I do love it.
Even yesterday, when Lazy Boy came on and we looked at the couch and it was just the change of like a pillow and a lamp. And it just looked like a brand new room.
Right? Absolutely. It's incredible what you could do. A cloudier day for us in the forecast for this afternoon. Right now we're sitting at -1. It does feel closer to -7. A high of only 2 degrees today. Not a lot of sunshine, but tomorrow we will finally get to see that sun. A high of 2 degrees into the afternoon tomorrow, and some sunshine into the weekend, and a bit warmer temperatures as well. I find it's been very gray the last few weeks. Like we haven't seen a lot of sunshine, and I feel like the sun is just going to instantly lift our moods, even if it's still cold outside. I feel like the sunshine just does wonder for your mood and your spirit.
Well, speaking of sunshine, our continued contest goes on all this week to the islands of the Bahamas. You got to watch every single day this week for your secret code word for your chance, not your chance, not your chance, but your chance to win a week week-long wonderful stay at the Margaritaville Beach Resort, Nassau, for 2. So you got to watch all week long and stay tuned for the code word, and then you enter that in there, and you never know, it could be on your way.
What a Christmas gift that would be if you win and you're bringing your +1 and you get to go to whoever your +1 is and be like, by the way, pack your bags. We're going to Bahamas for a week because I just won an amazing giveaway.
Yeah, that would be so nice.
And I think that we're also giving away some Magic of Lights tickets away next week.
Ooh. There you go.
So over the next couple of weeks, we can have you not to think about Christmas and go to a beautiful destination, or get in the Christmas spirit and go through Magic of Lights.
I love it. We're such a generous show. Always giving away things. Love that. All right, that's all from us here at CTV Your Morning Ottawa for your Tuesday, November 18th. Don't forget, you can watch any of our segments again online. Just head to our website, ctvyourmorning.ca.